everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video that I wanted to do for so long, and I was on my way back from lunch today and I just thought, okay, I'm just going to film it and get it up because I think it's something that's really important to get out there this month. So it's January, which means a lot of people are starting new diets, and a lot of them, I'm going to be honest, aren't going to last. And I think that's because some of the diets that are around at the moment are just really silly. And the more I think about it sometimes, you know, it really annoys me when I think that there's so much dangerous information out there that you're getting given. And I think that's why people don't lose weight and they can't make long-term sustainable changes, because a lot of diets which might seem sensible are actually fads. And you know, we all know about Atkins and I think diets like that, and they have got a bad reputation now and people are starting to see that. But I have a real concern that there are still silly fad diets that have just been given new names. So today I'm going to be talking about the ones that I think you should be avoiding, and also some that maybe you shouldn't be avoiding, but maybe you might want to think about whether they're right for you. So what I'm going to be starting with is a diet that has annoyed me for a really long time, and that is the paleo diet. So what is the paleo diet? You might not come across it, but I want to give you the information in case you do. So a paleo diet, basically to sum up, says that we should eat as our ancestors did. What that means is that you eat a lot of meat, you avoid grains, which, yep, it just seems so silly to me, and basically a lot of food should be cut out. You're meant to eat how we did thousands of years ago. So why do I have a problem with this diet? Basically, for the reason that I think any diet that encourages you to cut out an entire food group is really bad for you. What this diet really is, it's low carb repackaged as something different. You're being told to cut out grains from your diet. So you're not meant to have bread, you're not meant to have pasta, I don't even think you can have beans. So basically, if you're vegetarian, then, well, I don't even know what you're meant to be eating. Maybe you're allowed some vegetables and that's about it. And it encourages excessive meat consumption. Now look, I have no problem with people who eat meat. I personally don't eat much. I only eat fish and occasionally I'll have chicken. When I eat meat, I make sure that it's always free range. I only ever eat chicken, and I make sure that I try to eat wild fish. What I don't like about excessive meat consumption is I think a lot of people eat really bad meat. So you're getting, you know, really cheap quality meat that basically isn't very good for the environment. I could quote numerous studies that have shown that excessive meat consumption is not good for you. But you know, think about what you're doing to the environment. I just think if you're going to eat meat, you should eat it responsibly. Basically, I think if you're eating the amount of meat that a paleo diet advocates, unless you have a lot of money, you're going to be eating cheap meat. So I don't like something that encourages that. But my main problem again with it is just that you're cutting out an essential food group. So I just don't agree with it. I think you're going to be left hungry. You're probably going to have constipation because your body hasn't got the fibre to process foods. When I've looked through paleo books and seen the science section, there is no science. They use the term evolution and think that that justifies the diet. I don't think it does. You know, there are a lot of things that our ancestors didn't do, but we do now. I don't think because they didn't do it means that things are bad for us now. So paleo diet, I have no time for, and I really do recommend you avoid it. So what's my second diet that I think you should avoid? I think you should avoid a gluten-free diet. So it might seem silly to call it a gluten-free diet because I think a lot of people who would identify as gluten-free are either celiac or are intolerant to gluten. But I really noticed it when I was in Australia that actually maybe people aren't actually gluten intolerant or celiac when they're cutting out gluten. It's just another way to get rid of carbs. Sometimes people get so caught up in what's trendy at the time that they start cutting out these food groups. And I mean, gluten-free is everywhere. I think that's really good that there's more awareness of it because some people really can't tolerate gluten, and I'm not condemning that in any way. But I would not recommend that you cut out gluten as a way to lose weight. I think it's just another way of repackaging the low carb diet. You know, if you can't eat gluten, you're not eating pasta, you're not eating bread. So that's a problem I have with it. So the third diet that I'm not going to say you shouldn't do, but I'm going to say you should be careful of, is that if it fits your macros diet. So why I'm saying to be careful with it is because for some people it works really well. There are certain accounts I follow where I've seen amazing results, but for me personally it wouldn't work, and I'm going to tell you why. Basically, I think that for some people it's just a bit too tracking heavy. So if you just want to be able to eat what you want when you want, which is what I do, then this isn't going to work for you. I wouldn't be able to follow if it fits your macros diet long term, because that would take away all the fun of eating for me. I don't know, it would just annoy me having to weigh things all the time, and I've tried things like that before. I tried calorie counting and it didn't work. Maybe if you have specific goals, I see how it can be really good for you. If you're someone who responds well to tracking things, which some people are, then it works well for you. But for me, it just wouldn't. I don't have any interest in tracking my entire life. I just wouldn't enjoy it. But I think there's another problem with it, separate to that. I've seen some people who track their macros, and I'm not saying this about everyone. Please don't think I'm saying this about everyone, because I'm not. But they actually eat junk food all the time. And for me, being healthy isn't about saying, you can never have a chocolate bar, you can never enjoy yourself, you can never have a glass of wine. I do those things, but I don't track them. And I don't not eat certain foods so that I can eat them. A lot of accounts I see might be following their macros perfectly, but I mean, what they're serving for their food is a heart attack on a plate. You know, it's basically chocolate pancakes with a melted Snickers bar on top, with some chocolate sauce on top, and I don't think that's very good for you. Maybe there are, I don't know, maybe some of these products use sweeteners instead of sugar, but I don't think we should be too reliant on the sweeteners, because we don't really know whether they're good for you in the long term. I also just think, these are all artificial products. I really try hard to eat natural food. I like to, eat vegetables, things that I can identify and that other people can identify. I don't know, I think having excessive sugar and excessive amounts of kind of artificial processed foods isn't going to be good for you, whether they have lots of protein in or they don't. So I just think that's something to be really careful of. Hey, so I'm finally finished with my bit of a rant. I'm sorry if it's been too moany, but these are just diets that have annoyed me for a long time. And the reason that they've annoyed me is because I think it's fads like this that stop people making long-term healthy changes. I really want all of you to be happy and comfortable in the lifestyle you're leading, and I want you to have loads of energy like I do, and to feel good about yourself. And I think that only comes with making long-term sustainable changes. And I think these diets do stop you from doing that. I think they overcomplicate something that can actually be very simple and really, really good for you. And I just don't want you to fall into any of these traps and to not be able to commit to healthy changes because of it. So I guess now I've said what I think you should avoid, you're probably now thinking, well, what should I do? So I basically just think, try and eat intuitively. If you don't know where to start with that, if you're coming from quite an unhealthy lifestyle, or you've got a relatively healthy lifestyle but you're not seeing the changes you want, then maybe look at people for inspiration. If you don't know where to go for that, then get some healthy cookbooks. I love Clean Eating Alice. I think her book is amazing for really balanced and healthy meals. And look at her book, try one of her breakfast, lunch and dinners and see how you find that. I also really like that she doesn't encourage any excessive use of supplements or any kind of processed foods. It's all very natural and very simple ingredients. Deliciously Ella is another one who offers really balanced meals. And I think my key thing is just use ingredients from their proper source. So, have a sweet potato with some tuna, some cheese and some salad. It's really simple, it can be like that. It's hard for me to sit here and tell you exactly what I do because it varies so much, because I eat intuitively. But I think it's something that comes with practice. But, use Instagram and use bloggers as a source of inspiration. But if something sounds too good to be true, or something makes you think, is this something I would want to do every day, or is this something I can stick to, then maybe think about whether you should be doing it or not. And healthy food choices shouldn't feel restrictive. They should be enjoyable, and you shouldn't feel like, oh, you know, I'm not going to be able to stick to this because I'm cutting out everything I love. You shouldn't be cutting out anything. I eat pasta, I eat bread, I have a serving of carb with every meal, or I am so grumpy. You only have to ask Callum about that. And so that's why I've stuck to this diet and healthy lifestyle, because I don't feel restricted, and I think it really is as simple as that. So thank you for watching this, and sorry for being a bit ranty, but this is just something that's kind of driven me mad for a while. I do just want you all to get the bodies you want and to be happy in the choices that you've made. So thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be getting more content out for you. Thank you guys.